Hey, I'm Karen, and I'm a mom to two amazingly neurodiverse autistic kiddos. I don't have the time or tech skills to make a podcast intro, so let's just get into it. We live in a world that really likes to focus on the challenges faced by autistic individuals. And autism is challenging, don't get me wrong, but I think we need to focus our conversation, at least sometimes, on the caregivers. Usually it's the parents who tirelessly support and advocate for their kids. Today, we're going to dive into the story of why I became an autism parent coach and how I aim to make the world a better place for families and individuals living with autism. So, like I said, my name is Karen, but not like that kind of Karen, and I'm an autism parent self-care coach. Today, I want to share with you the reasons behind my choice to start this journey and why it's so crucial for caregivers to take care of themselves. Reason number one, I want to help others with what I've learned. See, like many of you, my journey as an autism parent began before the diagnosis of my oldest child. I knew there was something different about them, and we were really struggling to get physicians and different care providers to see what I was seeing. Anytime we took them to an office, everything was fine, but at home we were struggling. I witnessed the countless hurdles that families face, the emotional roller coaster, the stress, the feeling of being overwhelmed. And for a while, those challenges really defined our lives. But about 3 years ago, I decided to make a change. After 5 years of everything being all about what my kids needed and wanted, I started shifting gears to focus on me and my needs in self-care. The change in my attitude and perspective had a serious trickle-down effect for my kids. And now everyone in our family is thriving and happy, most days. And over the years, I've acquired valuable knowledge, strategies, and coping mechanisms that have made a significant difference in our lives. I realize that this knowledge shouldn't be kept to myself. It should be shared with other parents who are walking a similar path and maybe need some help and support. My experience has taught me the importance of self-care, and I've seen firsthand how it can positively impact the lives of both caregivers and their children. I want to pass on this knowledge and support others in their journey to creating a full and balanced life for themselves. Reason number two, I want to make the world a better place for families and individuals who are autistic and who are parenting kids who are autistic. See, autism creates a unique journey that touches every aspect of a family's life. It's not just about the autistic individual, it's about the entire family unit. And as a self-care coach, I believe that when caregivers prioritize their well-being, the entire family does better. The parent or parents, of course, the autistic child themselves, and any siblings that may be in the family. By focusing on parental self-care, we empower ourselves to be more resilient, patient, understanding. This in turn creates a nurturing environment where your kids are more likely to feel safe, understood, and regulated. In my experience, it seems to be the secret sauce that helps them reach their full potential. I've witnessed the transformative power of self-care within my own family. See, when I started taking care of myself, I noticed positive changes in my relationships, my ability to handle challenges, and my overall attitude and well-being. My resentment levels went way down. You know what I'm talking about. And best of all, I was able to enjoy just being my kids' mom without feeling like I was their freaking case manager or care coordinator 24/7 or at-home therapist. See, I want to share this message with others and help them create a similar positive shift in their lives. Reason number three I'm doing this. There's such a huge need for caregivers to take care of themselves. See, caregivers of autistic individuals often face an immense amount of stress and exhaustion. Studies have shown that the rates of burnout and mental health challenges among autism caregivers are alarmingly high. It's time we address this issue head on, and very few people are doing it. I firmly believe that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. By taking care of ourselves, we can better take care of our loved ones. It's like that silly oxygen mask analogy we always hear on an airplane. We need to put on our own oxygen mask first before we can help others, or we're going to lose consciousness before we can do anything meaningful to help anyone. Through my work as a self-care coach, I provide guidance, support, and practical tools to caregivers, helping them navigate the challenges they face while also maintaining their own well-being. I want to empower them to prioritize self-care without guilt or hesitation. Finally, reason number 4. No one else is talking about autism parents taking care of themselves. Most of what we hear is all about taking care of our kids. And the conversation surrounding autism tends to revolve around the needs of the actually autistic person, and rightfully so. In any conversation about autism, the autistic person's needs should be at the forefront of the discussion. We can no longer neglect the well-being of those who support and nurture them, though. And usually that's the parents. When parents do better, kids do better. It's really that simple. And when you take a parent who's already struggling under the weight of the challenges their child has at home and ask them to manage not only their child's education, but getting them to 10, 20, 30, sometimes even 40 hours a week of therapy. Many times they're managing another neurospicy child at home. They may have a job inside or outside the home, and it just becomes a lot. And things that are simple and easy for other families, like getting your kid's haircut or going to the grocery store, they take 3 times as long for us. And they likely make the rest of the day challenging as everyone winds down from the stressful event and overstimulation and settle in to get regulated again. And that's if a meltdown doesn't happen. We all know it's much more stressful and takes a lot longer if there's an MD. So I decided to become an autism parent self-care coach because I recognize the absence of this vital discussion in the autism community. And it's time we shift the narrative and start emphasizing, not prioritizing, but emphasizing the importance of self-care for caregivers. Taking care of ourselves doesn't mean neglecting our children. It means showing up as the best version of ourselves for both us and our kids. It means acknowledging our own needs and finding ways to meet them while also supporting our autistic loved ones. And as an autism parent self-care coach, my goal is to empower and support caregivers to choose to focus on their well-being. By doing so, we create a ripple effect, a world where families flourish, autistic individuals thrive, and compassion guides us all. Thanks for joining me today. Remember, self-care is not a luxury. It's an essential part of the autism parenting journey. Together, we can build a brighter future for our kiddos and ourselves. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment or review letting me know what you thought about today's episode. And whatever you do, keep it spicy.